The Discman was a big part of my life. We had this cabin far away from our house when I was a kid, where we would drive for many hours to get there every single weekend at times, and in other periods it might not be that often. But then what I did was I listened to music, and same to my older brother. We had Discmans, both of us, and I would try to bring that thing to school as well. And listening to music back in the early 2000s wasn't that straightforward as it is now. Walking around with a Discman was a fucking headache. The CD would pop ice, and you would get this jittery thing, and it would just be fucking awful. If you brought your Discman with you, which they kind of advertised that you could, you would be sure to not be able to listen to your music unless you sat down somewhere, like on a fucking bus stop or whatever. Anywhere, your music would just turn off or be all jittery because it couldn't handle the movement. That changed with the MP3 player or iPod or whatever. Don't think I ever had an iPod, but I did have an MP3 player, which is where the whole pirated music and pirated movies era really became a big thing. And everything everywhere was just pirated entertainment. People pretty much expected the whole entertainment industry to just stop existing, almost. Talked about things like, yeah, but why the fuck should these millionaire musicians have gold-painted yachts and whatever? Like, they're not really struggling, so why should people feel bad about downloading their music? Not realizing the fact that, well, it's not only those people who've been invested in making music. There's a whole chain of people not making money. And it was such a big thing, like, how the hell is the entertainment industry in general going to bounce back from pirating? Because everyone was doing it. Video games, movies, music, photography, everything was free all of a sudden. And entertainment back then was really fucking expensive. Like buying a CD cost a fortune. I remember the standard price for buying CDs, because I bought them all the time back then, 179 kroners. That's like almost $20. I mean, a lot of money for a kid, even now. And movies weren't any different. Like, we would rent movies, and then you had to drive to the movie store, rent a couple of movies, 50 kroners a pop, and if you didn't deliver them in time the next day, you would get a fine, which was double the price. So then you basically had to pay a toll to even get to the fucking movie store, because you probably passed the toll booth on the way. There's gas, there's just the general hassle of getting there, plus the price. So why the hell would people not pirate stuff? And the bounce back was kind of fascinating. I remember especially Netflix, since I was so into movies, that it's almost like all the pirating just disappeared for most people when both Spotify and Netflix were on the scene. Because then streaming had become a real thing, and it was just so easy and cheap to stream stuff. I don't miss those times, but there was one thing that made everything so much easier, and that is, if you got a movie at the movie store, you watched it. Doesn't matter how bad it was, because you paid serious money for it. You were gonna get a fine if you didn't deliver it in time the next day. So you, of course, watched it, without exception. And people would get together and watch it. So it was this social event, right? Watching a movie. Now it's kind of like, why? Why would you even bother when you have all this shit at your fingertips? You can watch whatever you want, whenever the hell you want. I can get thousands of movies now for the same price it would take me in a normal month renting movies every weekend like I used to. Same applies to music. I mean, you don't even need to pay to listen to music now. It's just a human right. Both Spotify and music have free tiers. So music is just free now. Everyone gets it. And the same thing applies, like, why bother? Like, where's the chase, in a way, right? When you have that much of it at your fingertips at all times of the day, it doesn't as intriguing anymore. And maybe it's just a part of me getting old. Getting older, I'm not really all that into all of that shit anymore. So what are you into when you're old? I usually hate old people because they sounded so fucking boring when I was young. And the sad truth is, like, I'm the same old ass that I hated when I was young. Why? Because I just like going for long walks, like some old park, sitting in quiet and not doing anything. I fucking enjoy cleaning. Now, how lame isn't that? Or it's actually amazing. I mean, to think that I enjoy cleaning, that I really do. It's just zen. And if I'm not with my daughter, I'm kind of bored because she's the light of my life. So I don't really need anything anymore. And when I was a kid, it was just like stuff, and more stuff. That's what's gonna make us all happy and fulfilled at the end. None of that shit ever made any difference. But